Welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Garden. So thank you for joining me for this short class, and today we're thinking about Anya Chakra. So get yourself comfortable on your mat, lie down in Shavasana, allow your shoulders to roll away from your ears, your arms are slightly away from your body, the heel of the right foot's the right of the mat, the heel of the left foot at the left of the mat. And just literally allow yourself to arrive on your mat. So take a nice long, slow, deep inhale. And just a nice long, slow exhale. And so do another one of those and just literally let everything go. Nice long, slow, deep inhale. And a nice whispery exhale. And just literally letting go of everything that you've been doing before this, and allowing yourself to be here now. So Anya Chakra is associated with our intuition, our third eye. So it's positioned physically, so in about the center of your forehead, but not actually on your forehead, but that's the area that we would associate with it. And it's associated with the color indigo. And it's considered to be sort of dark and light, the mixture of yin and yang, I suppose you could say. And that's the element it's associated with. And one of the ways that we can help we don't talk about Anya Chakra being balanced, but more about being open. So there are people who are very intuitive and sensitive to things. Equally, there are people who seem to be oblivious to even how other people are feeling. So we want to try and open it up as opposed to balance it with the other chakras. So it's a very important chakra, helps to control all the others and keep all the others working properly as well. So one of the breaths that we can do is Nadi, Sudan, alternate nostril breathing. So when we breathe in through the left nostril, that's associated with deepen, Nadi, and when we breathe in through the right nostril, it's associated with Pingali Nadi. And actually, Anya Chakra is physically placed where the right and the left optic nerves meet in the brain. So it really can be seen as our third eye. So just take a nice, long, slow, deep inhale. Exhale completely, and then we're just going to begin with our alternate nostril breathing. So you're lying on your mat, I would recommend that you hold onto your right elbow, and then we're going to take the the ring finger to the left nostril, the thumb to the right nostril, and the two middle fingers just at your third eye, more or less. So don't squeeze your nostrils tight shut, so again, take a normal breath. And then gently close off the right nostril, inhale through the left. Close, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close, exhale left. That's one round, so we'll do two more. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Then gently bring yourself back to your natural breath. So ideally we would do maybe at least 5 rounds of that breath, but maybe that's something you'd like to practice on your own at another time. So the other thing that Anya Chakra does is open up our awareness to our spiritual side, to our inner self, to our inner guidance, that inner voice that helps us. So today we're going to do some practices that hopefully will make us just more aware of that inner guidance, that inner spiritual self. So just have a stretch in whatever way you feel you need to, whatever way your body is telling you. And then just bring your knees into your chest. Just do a little rock from side to side. And then if you can, reach down and take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Or if you can't, just hold on to your shins. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze your knees in, draw your feet in, and bring your forehead up towards your knees, or your knees towards your forehead. So I say towards, you don't have to go there, but just your intention is enough. So don't let your shoulders creep up when you do this. And then gently release. So we'll do one more of those. Big inhale and exhale. Forehead, third eye towards the knees. And gently release. And then just give your knees a little swing from side to side, nothing too strenuous. And then we're going to cross the right knee over the left. Big inhale, so you can either keep your left foot planted, or if you want to work a bit harder, you can lift it off the floor. Take your arms out just to wherever's comfortable. And exhale down towards the left side. So we're trying to keep that right shoulder nestled down into the floor. So only go as far as you can without your right shoulder lifting up. And you'll maybe need to sort of snuggle it down into the mat, maybe come back and then have another wee go. You might even want to shift your bum over a little bit, and that'll maybe help your twist. One more breath here. Inhale back to center, and then plant your left foot down if you had it lifted. And from here you can either cross your left arm over your right and give yourself a hug like this, or depending on your flexibility, you can begin to take eagle arms, which is quite difficult in this position. Just going to get myself organized. So the left elbow comes into the heel or the crease of the right elbow. And again, take a big inhale and exhale. Bring your knees up towards your elbows this time. And release. And gently release your arms. So we're going to swap sides. Left leg over the right. Tuck it in if you can, but you don't have to. Either right foot in the floor lifted. So you only do what feels right for you. You never do anything in yoga that you know is going to hurt you. So you don't have to do everything that I say, and always take a rest if you need it. And then gently begin to bring the right knees down, or the right knees, both knees down to the right, and see if you can keep this left shoulder nestled down. So it begins to lift, just bring yourself back a little bit. Take a couple of breaths or a wee breath, and then maybe you'll go a wee bit further. And as long as you've no neck issues, just turn your head and look over your left shoulder. One more breath here. And gently bring yourself back to center. So this time we're going to put the elbow of the right arm into the crease of the left, or right arm on top, and give yourself a hug. Take a big inhale. And exhale, elbows to knees. And you'll maybe find that your thumbs will come towards your third eye. And gently release. Undo your arms, undo your legs. And then from here, we're just going to roll over and bring ourselves up. And we're going to come into child's pose. So you'll think you've died and gone to heaven, that you think you're having wee rest now. So take your knees out as wide as you want, or as wide as you need to, so that you can get your bottom down onto your heels, or put a brick or a blanket underneath or on top of your heels. And stretch your hands away in front of you. And again, if you can't get your forehead down onto the floor, use a brick or a cushion. Anything at all, but you just want your third eye to be in, your forehead to be in contact with something. So we're stretching the mat away, clawing into your fingers, shoulders rolling back and down. So I know we usually associate this with a resting pose, but I really want you to feel it as an active pose today, or at the minute. You could of course take a rest, and this is any time you want to, but this is an active pose at the minute. So you're pressing down onto your heels and you're stretching forward into your hands. So claw into your fingertips. Roll your shoulders away from each other. And breathe into the back body to get length and soften into the front body. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. And then plant your hands and begin to bring yourself through. Walk your hands back. Meet me in high kneeling. Shift away any props that we're using. And keep your knees more or less hip width apart. And we're going to do mini Surya Namaskar. So inhale, reach your arms up into a tiny wee bit of a back bend. And exhale, bring yourself back down into child's pose. Inhale into tabletop, knees below hips, wrists below the shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Bring yourself up into down dog with bent knees. Feel as if you're bringing your forehead towards your thighs. Lift your sit bones up. Inhale into tabletop. Toes away. Exhale. Child's pose. Inhale. Bring yourself up and back. Tiny bit of a back bend. And bring your hands down through Ajna Chakra to your heart. We'll do one more of those. Inhale, reach up. Exhale into child's pose. Get your forehead down if you can. Inhale into tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Exhale into downward facing dog. Again, feel you're bringing Ajna Chakra towards your thighs. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale into your tiny little bit of a back bend. Bring your hands together and draw them down. Right through the centre to your heart centre. Lovely, well done. So from here, we're going to come back into tabletop. So plant your hands, spread your fingers really well, pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb. Tuck your toes under and bring yourself up into downward facing dog. So lift your sit bones up as high as you can. Shoulders rolling away from each other. Navel back towards your spine, pressing the floor away. And then take the weight onto your left foot, lift your right foot up high, look forward, and step through with your right foot, left knee to the floor. Check your balance, bring your hand onto your knee if you need to. Swing yourself up into low lunge. Bring your arms out into cactus, and then bring them together. Thumbs at your heart centre. Thumbs at your Ajna Chakra, and lift your head up. So just a very gentle pressure, just touching, thumbs just touching. Big inhale here, exhale, fold forward and down, tuck the toes of the back foot under and bring yourself back. And walk your dog briefly, and then take the weight onto your left foot, lift your right foot up high, look forward, and step through with your right foot, left knee to the floor, toes away. Inhale, bring yourself up. Grasp all that energy. Bring your hands together. Thumbs to Ajna Chakra. Nice light touch, and then open your hands out. Open your arms out into cactus arms. And exhale, fold forward and down, tuck the toes of the back foot under, and you're back into down dog. Walk your dog briefly, and then take the weight onto your right foot, left leg up, look forward, step through, right knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms up, shoulders away from your ears. Take hold of that energy. Bring your hands together. Bring it to Ajna chakra. Feel what's going on inside. Close your eyes if you can, a wee bit of a balancing challenge. And then open out into cactus arms. Lift your heart center up. And exhale, fold forward and down. Tuck your toes under. And you're back into downward facing dog. And walk your dog briefly. And then from here, we're going to bring our knees down onto the floor. So knees just hip width apart, as just normal tabletop in fact. And we're going to do puppy pose. So we're just going to walk, keep our knees exactly where they are below our hips, and begin to walk your hands forward. And again, have your brick handy if you find this strong. So I'm not sure if that's in the right place. So just begin to walk your hands forward. So strictly speaking, in this pose, you put your chin on the floor. We're aiming to have our forehead on the floor this time. So take your hands out a little bit wider if it's strong on your shoulders, or keep your elbows on the floor if you really find it too much. So just walk your hands forward, lift your sit bones up towards the ceiling, roll your shoulders away from each other, press into your hands, allow your forehead to rest on your brick or the floor, navel back up towards the spine, and a big inhale here, and exhale. And then from here, we're just going to bring our elbows down onto the floor. If you're using a brick, get it out of the way. And then bring your forehead down. Take your hands out past the edge of your mat, so your elbows are out to the sides. Press into the tops of your feet, the pubic bone, soft part of your belly, and inhale into a version of cobra. And exhale down. We'll do one more. Inhale. Try and use the muscles in your back to lift yourself up. And exhale down. Then bring your hands down either side of your body. Bring yourself back up into downward facing dog. And again, walk your dog very briefly. And then we're going to bring our knees down again into tabletop. So we're going to have a little go at dolphin pose. Now this is a strong pose, and again, you maybe will want to have, like, it's quite a good idea to have a brick, but if you don't have a brick, don't worry. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at where our hands are, or where our wrists are, and we're going to bring our elbows down exactly where our wrists are. So we want our hands, lower arms, to be parallel to each other and parallel to the edges of the mat. So you can either keep your hands planted flat like this, or if you have a brick, you can bring your brick in front and hold your brick, like this. So your brick's going into, fitting nicely into that bit of your hands, okay? So your choice, whichever way you want to do it. And so it's similar to puppy pose, it's strong in your shoulders, so any shoulder issues, I would suggest you just do puppy pose again, or just take a wee rest. So we're going to tuck our toes under and lift our sit bones up as if we're going to come into down dog. And you want your Ajna chakra to be coming down towards the floor. And maybe you'll walk, you can keep it as long as you want, but maybe you'll walk your feet in a little bit. So pressing strongly into the elbows, strong on the shoulders. One more big inhale here. Breathe. Press the floor away with your lower arms. One more breath here. And then gently lower your knees down. Slide your block to one side. Bring your arms back into child's pose. And again, forehead onto the floor or onto a block, and just give it a wee massage. And then gently bring yourself up. Back up into tabletop, tuck your toes under, and bring yourself into downward facing dog. We walk with your dog, big arm bones rotated, muscles in your legs rolling in, or your thighs are rolling in towards each other. Take your weight into your left foot, look forward, step through with the right foot, plant the heel of the right foot on the floor. Get your balance and bring yourself up into Virabhadrasana 1. So again, take that energy, draw it down through to your Ajna chakra. See if you can close your eyes here. This is a challenge for your balance. If you can close your eyes here. Don't worry if you can't, don't fall over. And then we're going to open out wide into our cactus arms. And then we're going to bring our left elbow onto the crease of the right arm and come into our eagle arms, Garudasana. So we're going to not lift our elbows too high. We're going to have them in line with our third eye. Big inhale here and exhale. Fold forward into humble warrior. Elbows going down towards the floor. And breathe. Pressing strongly into the heel of the back foot and into the front foot. Inhale, gently bring yourself up. Lean forward. See if you can keep your eagle arms. Bring your hands down onto the floor if you need to. And we're going to drift that left foot up. So this is a challenging pose. Big inhale here. And then gently step back. So a shorter stance this time. Maybe bring your foot in. Bring yourself up very briefly. And straighten the front leg. And fold forward into a version of extended angle, side bend. One more breath here. And then release your hands, bend the front knee, pivot the toes of the back foot and step back into down dog, and we'll do the other side. Well done. So a wee bit of a challenge there. So at any time, release your eagle arms because it is quite strong. So this time we're going to take the weight onto the right foot, lift the left foot up, look forward, step it through, plant the heel of the right foot in the floor, get your balance, bring yourself up first of all into traditional Virabhadrasana 1. And then the same thing, grab that energy, bring it down. Thumbs to your heart, Ajna chakra. And then open your elbows out, opening up your heart chakra. And then right elbow into the crease of the left arm, hands together. Thumbs at your heart, at Ajna chakra if you can manage it. And lift up. Exhale. Fold forward and down. Let your elbows be heavy. Bring your hands to the floor anytime you need to. And then gently inhale. Bend the front leg. Begin to lift off the back foot. Bring your heart center through. Don't worry if you have to put your foot down or bring your hands down alternatively. Your choice. And then step back onto the right foot. Bring it in a little bit. Bring yourself up very briefly and fold forward and down over that left leg. So your left leg can have a short wee bend in it. Don't lock it out so we're not going too far. One more breath here. Bend the front knee, release your hands. Pivot in the toes of the back foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Lift your sit bones up nice and high. And then bring your knees down to the floor. Sweep your legs to one side. And we're going to do Januar Shashasana. So this is known as knee to nose pose, but we're thinking about the third eye today. So lift the flesh of your sit bones, and we'll start off with the right foot and leg. So we're going to bring it in as close as you can to the top of your leg. If it doesn't come in that far, or if you have sore knees, you keep it further away. Equally, if it doesn't come down on the floor, you use a prop there to just make it more comfortable. So again, lift up, really lift up nice and tall, and we'll just do a wee twist first of all. So take your left hand onto the outside of your left thigh, press into the right hand, lift up, and begin to turn towards the right. So press into the heel of the left foot and turn. And breathe. And then gently bring yourself back to center. So bring the left hand onto the outside of the right leg, press into the left hand and lift up and begin to turn towards the right. Bring yourself back to center. And then from here, we're going to have a wee bend in this leg. This is not, you can keep it straight if you want to, you know you've got your flexibility, but just bend your leg. Don't worry about having it straight. Have a wee bend in it. Support it in any way you want. Maybe even bring a cushion here to bring it a bit closer. So we're going to swing our arms up and lean forward. And maybe you'll get to your toes, maybe it'll come to your shin, doesn't matter. But we're going to use that energy we're not leading with our head, we're leading with our heart center. And just maybe bring your hands onto your foot and then drop your head down to wherever it goes. So bend your knees deeply as you need to get this. And just breathe. One more breath here. Gently release. And then we'll do the other side. So straighten your right leg out. Same thing again. Left leg in. If it doesn't go on the floor, use your prop. Or take it further away. Right hand onto the outside of the left thigh. Press into the left hand, lift up. And begin to turn towards the left. Work into the heel of the right foot and leg. One more breath. And gently begin to bring yourself back to center. Same thing again, lift up nice and tall. And begin to fold forward at your hips as you bring yourself down. So just to wherever you can, again, bend this leg as much as you need to. Okay, so this is my better side. Take your elbows out to the sides, lift up, and I'm going to bring my knee, bend my knee so it comes towards my third eye and begin to fold forward. So just to wherever feels okay. Inhale and exhale, soften. Inhale Get length, exhale, fold. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale, and then drop your head down. You can round your back a little bit now. Try and keep your elbows out to the side. And gently just let go. One more breath here. And begin to walk your hands back. Straighten out your left leg. And from here, bring your arms out in front. And we're just going to unroll. Shoulders rolling back and down. And you're ready for your relaxation. So take your heels out the full width of your mat. Have a little wriggle about, get yourself comfortable, and rotate your arms so the backs of your hands are on the floor. And just bring your awareness to that space at your third eye. Really focus on that and imagine the light there is there. That third eye intuition that helps us to do what's right, to think what's right, to go with our gut, if you like. And allow your breath to let you soften and melt into your mat. Nice, long, slow, deep inhale. And as you exhale, soften and release. Just keep focusing on that third eye space. And then, of course, stay here for as long as you want to, as long as you have time for. Otherwise, bring your hands together at your heart center and gently lift your arms so your third eye is resting gently, your thumbs are resting gently on your third eye. Take a big inhale and exhale. I honor the truth, light, love and peace within you as it is also in me. We are connected from my heart to your heart. Namaste.